Hey listeners, this is Jay Mohr, and I would love it if you put your name on it. Put your name on it by buying a ticket to come see me do stand-up comedy with the mighty, mighty Tom Segura, September 15th, Phoenix, Arizona at Stand Up Live. For details, go to standuplive.com. That's me and Tom Segura at Stand Up Live in Phoenix, Arizona. We would love to see you guys there, September 15th, Phoenix, Arizona at Stand Up Live. Also, Cleveland, we're C-Town. Where you at? September 23rd, C-Town. Come and make your voices be heard. Also, Pittsburgh, where you at? Friday, September 30th. We'll see you there. Thank you.
Hey, Boston. Jay and Silent Bob are coming to raid your fridge, smoke your weed, and make you laugh hysterically while they do it. How do you like them apples? Friday, October 7th at the Wilbur Theater. Catch Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. Grab your tickets now by clicking on the link at csmod.com. So, you're saying, yo, sir dude, I love sir, and I want to show the world. Wear your sir love with our official t-shirts, biatch. Fishies have no eyes. Let us fuck. Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. The Garmy. There's also posters, action figures. There's so many to choose from. Grab your smerch at smodcast.com. Scroll down and click on Smerchandise. Catch live video clips of Jay and Silent Bob Get Old and Hollywood Babylon on the Kevin Smith blog for the Huffington Post. huff.to/Kevin Smith blog. That's huff.to/Kevin Smith blog. Yo, Red Bank, New Jersey. Jay and Silent Bob are gonna snooch to your motherfucking nooch. I don't even know what that means. Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, live at the Count Basie Theater on October 8th. Special guest, Tell 'em Steve Dave. Get your tickets at countbasietheater.org. Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, live at the Count Basie Theater, October 8th in Red Bank. Word. Want early access to tickets for Smodcast Internet Radio's metric fuck-ton of live shows? Join Smodcast. For just $4.99 a month, you'll get CD-quality audio of every podcast you hear on Sir, ad-free. It's like watching porn without having to fast-forward through that goddamn plot. You'll also get bonus video content and other badass exclusives. Smodcast, where Smodcast goes save for pay. All the deets at smodcast.com. Going to New York Comic-Con in October? Well, Jay and Silent Bob are giving you one more reason to fangasm. You might want to clean that up. Friday, October 14th at the IGN Theater. Catch a live performance of the popular podcast, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. Dust off that Batman costume that's 3 sizes too small. Or, fuck it, don't wear a costume. Just wear some type of clothing, because, you don't want to get arrested. And get ready to enjoy a thick layer of gooey comedy jizz with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, live in New York. October 14th at the IGN Theater. Tickets on sale now. For more info, go to csmod.com.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Yes, my friends, you're back. You're back! Oh my gosh, you're back! I missed you. I really did. You know I did. Put your name on it. Van Halen Unchained means only one thing, and that means it's time for another More Stories. I am your fearless leader. Actually, I got fear. No, you know what? I don't. I was going to say, I got plenty of fear. I'm not really afraid of much. Snakes. Don't really care for snakes. We have a really good podcast this week, in theory. We'll see how it goes. But that's what's great about the podcast is it just steers itself. We're going to talk about drugs and great, funny, and scary and horrible drug stories. And no sooner were we setting up the mics than our fearless engineer and producer, Mutt Lang, over here, Matty Cohen, said that his dog almost died because he ate chocolate the other night. And that reminded me of a quick story. Ralphie May, who we're going to get on the podcast, I've read your tweets. He has a boxer named Pimp, and the dog ate like an eighth of grass because he's just a dumb dog. And he just sat in the corner. Pimp licked his balls for like 45 minutes, and Ralphie just stared at the dog, licking his balls, like obsessed, just staring. And then the balls began to bleed. He licked them so much his balls bled. Yeah, go ahead.
If I could lick my own balls, I would lick them till they bled.
But it wouldn't even take drugs for you to do it.
No.
Mike freaking Catherwood, host of Loveline with Mike and Dr. Drew, is the guest on More Stories. And I love when people hit me up on Twitter like, yeah, you don't have to keep telling us who the guest is. It's not a radio show, it's a podcast. We know it's Mike Catherwood. It says it in the iTunes breakdown. Sorry. Well, too bad. Mike Catherwood is the guest.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Mikey boy.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me, Jay.
It is really good to see you outside of a radio station.
Yeah, radio stations are pretty dingy places. It's nice to be here, and you're beautiful.
You make it less dingy. I'll say this. Mike Catherwood, at Mike Catherwood on Twitter. I follow him, so if you can't figure out that spelling, just see who I'm following and go, this one's named Mike.
Yeah, it's phonetic.
He was Psycho Mike on Kevin and Bean.
Uh-huh.
Huge, great audience for me at Kevin and Bean. Always sell great amount of tickets to Brea, Irvine, and Ontario. And Mike was always super cool. And what I really wanted to have you on, Mike, because in the confines of the Kevin and Bean show, which is everybody's favorite show, no negative things being said here by that. I don't want you to get nervous. In the confines of a show where you got to hit the posts, make sure you get to that Red Hot Chili Pepper song,
right.
Talk about the Weenie Roast and Acoustic Christmas. Over Kevin's shoulder, Mike and I would always have like about 3 or 4 minutes of no dialogue, but looking at each other with like inside jokes.
Yeah. Reservoir Dogs quotes, ball shots.
A Tommy Davidson reference.
Obscure and living color skit. Yeah, exactly.
And
no one else, absolutely zero people in the studio have any idea what we're talking about, but we're vibing. Yeah.
If they did, we would have been thrown out.
Yeah.
In all fairness. So I wanted to get Mike in the
Dodger blankets.
Dodger blankets are the best.
Oh, mira. Hey.
Yeah, put on Kick on 9 while the Dodgers are coming on.
Tonight they give out the Fernando bobblehead, dog. Come on, we gotta go.
I saw Fernando in the parking lot. I'm telling you, it was him.
It was him, fool.
It was him. I'm telling
him
you.
Or my Uncle Nestor. I don't know, that guy's kind of fat too, Pato. Speaking of, to get started, we're going to talk drugs and we're talking dogs. My old dog that has now passed away, Elliot, Sir Elliot. This is a true story. My mother is a cancer survivor, and she also had a really, really bad car accident. Small lady, so she was in a tremendous amount of pain. She used to get liquid morphine, and they became pre-made in these like little vials, like they were like syringes, but they were like preloaded.
Like Saving Private Ryan.
Yes, you couldn't overdose on it because it's liquid morphine. I mean, it's intense. And my parents went out of town, and there was like a big box of them, I guess. And my Irish Springer Terrier, big fat beast of a dog, ate through a vial because it was like reddish, liquid. And I'm sure they sweetened it or something. I don't know, but he just bit through the syringes and sucked it all out and was just absolutely comatose.
Wait, do you shoot this morphine your mom took? Do you shoot it, drink it? How
I don't remember. We're talking about 11 years ago. It came.
But I like that you assume the dog knew it was sweetened.
I know. Well,
like, this dog, sweet.
This dog also used to eat like buckets of styrofoam. Like the styrofoam. Like this was a dumb dog that ate a lot.
The kind that the earth doesn't know how to get rid of styrofoam.
Yeah, the 10,000 year biodegradable rate styrofoam. It was like the stuff you put into like furniture, like to fill it to make it comfy, and he would just gnaw through it. But it either was a preloaded syringe that you would put in your mouth like a turkey baster, or it was an actual syringe to inject.
Yeah.
I don't recall, but either way, this dog ate liquid morphine, and was I've never seen a dog like that. Like I was so concerned, and I called the animal hospital, and I'm freaking because not only did I love this dog and I was concerned it was going to die, but my parents are like trusted the 20-year-old drug addict Mike with the house to take care of, and the dog's going to be dead. So I'm freaking out, but it turned out it just like slept it off. But it was like a day and a half of like meth, like those 3-night meth binges where you all of a sudden hit a wall and you sleep for like 2 days.
Yeah, we all know what that's like, Mike. Now, were you concerned that your parents were that dog was gonna get you in trouble? Like, this fucking dog, they're gonna think I took the morphine.
No, because like.
But you were a drug addict.
Yeah, I was. And looking back on it, I'm shocked I didn't take that morphine because the only thing that prevented me from doing it was that I felt like, what if in a pinch my mom's going to be in pain and that morphine's not going to be there?
So you were a conscientious addict. I'm not even saying that to be funny. Most addicts are like, she'll never miss 3.
If there was a point where I really loved opiates, because I towards the end when things got really dark, I used to mix heroin and coke, but that's the only way I could do it. I just didn't like the feeling of being that out of it. Like I tried used to pop pills, hated it. So if there was a time, like if that was my drug of choice, those would have been gone.
See, that's funny. It's interesting how different addicts latch on to different drugs. Like when I was a using alcoholic, I just drank beer, but I just drank it constantly. Like when you do stand-up comedy, you have a beer sitting in your house, okay, I got to go drive down to the Laugh Factory. I have a 9:30 spot. So like at 6, you're getting up from a nap and you have your coffee, you make some food or you order some food. And like at 7:15, you're having a beer playing Madden. So you have like 3 beers just waiting around the house playing like Madden. Then you go to take a shower to get ready. You have a beer after you shave, or one's on the sink as you shave. You got a little beer. But it's all like this romantic thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting ready for showbiz, man. Then you get to the Laugh Factory. Now, you're now driving through the Hollywood Hills with 6 beers in your body. Like, it doesn't even dawn on you.
No. When you're an active drinker, and the bottle was definitely like my major drug of choice. When you're an active drinker, you just kind of reason with the idea that you are a good drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like having 4 or 5 beers and getting behind the wheel, that really is sober drinking in your eyes.
Yes.
Because you're like, I drink 20 beers at a clip, so what's 4 or 5?
Yeah.
But then you grow up a little bit and you look back on it, you're like, it's insanity. I had 2 margaritas with dinner and I'm behind the wheel.
What's the first thing you do when you get to the comedy club?
Got to drink.
You go to the bar.
Yeah.
Because you got to wait to go on. So you have 2 beers there. You bring a beer on stage with you. You get off stage, have a beer. You've now had 11 beers. And you ask, where are we going?
Yeah.
Now let's go out. But like you didn't even think to yourself.
Your performance in any endeavor in the entertainment industry, when you're a drug addict or an alcoholic, your performance is the precursor to what goes on later.
Yes.
Like that's really what you're there for.
We talked about this very thing on Loveline, that when I was angry and drunk and pissed off all the time, my whole act was about, I told you and Dr. Drew this, right. My whole act was I couldn't really say it out loud. I was with my son's mom at the time, so I was quote-unquote attached. But the whole act was, what are we doing after this? Mm-hmm. Like I would even say, all right, look, Brea, I can't help it if I'm, sitting alone by myself tonight at the Doubletree Suites on Birch Street. Like I would say what hotel I was in, just hoping like 4 or 5 whores would pick up on a clue and go, oh, he wants to show up with drugs and have sex with him.
Right.
Let's just stop by. That's how it works in the real world, right? No, that's not how it works, unless your name is Diamond David Lee Roth.
Right.
Then it works.
And it's 1986, yeah. You had to really, it was a moment in time.
You have to be in Korn for that to work.
And by the way, you have to be in Korn in 99. Like, I doubt, you gotta love them. All of them very nice guys, but I really doubt, like, Fieldy is pulling Major Mitt. Did you
call it Mitt?
Yeah.
I never heard. What did you just say? Hold on. People are tweeting. Get him a mic.
I mean, I don't think Korn's the same they used to be. Jonathan Davis was just on an episode of Oddities, that reality show where people buy weird antiques and shit. He wanted like an old dentist fucking.
If it has to do with macabre pain, he'll buy it.
Yeah.
He had Ted Bundy's VW Beetle for a while.
he had like 2 lines in a movie I did, a great movie, Seeing Other People. It was Julianne Nicholson and me. We're a couple that want to have sex with other people before we get married.
Good idea.
It's a